Welcome everyone. This is Dr. Kondrot.
There you go.
Um, can you hear me okay? Give me a
I
thumbs
can.
up. Okay, good, good. Uh, well, hope everyone's having a good summer and welcome to our call. Um, and my apologies for the last meeting. I had really bad internet connection, but hopefully everything is fine now. And I hope that our new summer schedule is working out for everyone. And also, I appreciate all of you joining me for this meeting. And also, I appreciate you subscribing to Substack. It's your subscription is helping my wife and I with all our mission work. And I hope at the same time, your subscription is I'm able to help you in some way with your eye problem, helping you navigate the complex world of all your options that you may have for treating eye disease. So we have a lot of questions already. You can raise your hand. And Barbara, you're
Good
up,
morning.
Barbara.
Good morning,
How are
doctor.
you today? I hope you're having a good summer. Let's see, Barbara, you have to unmute. I think
There we go.
yep, you're working now. Great, great.
Okay, yeah. Well, I'm having a good summer. It's hot, but it's not snow.
Right. Where are you?
Florida.
Okay. Well, you never get snow in Florida, so
Oh, we do. We do. I'm in Okeechobee in the middle of Florida, and I've seen snow here.
okay, but
Doesn't
it's
last but a
rare,
few minutes.
not like Karen in Germany. She'll tell you about snow.
Yeah, I know. I'm from Massachusetts. I can tell you about snow.
Yeah. So what's on your mind?
Well, last time I was on this with you, we discussed my microcurrent machine and a remedy. And I got the remedy and I did 2 weeks on that. And now my microcurrent machine we determined is somewhere around 10 years old. And you thought it probably should go in for an overhaul. So
Yeah. Well,
you
first of
want me?
all, this call, you're a patient of mine, and I have a separate meeting
Oh, I
for
thought
my
that's the meeting
patients.
I was on.
No, this meeting is just open for people that are interested. So
Oh,
I'm not going to, I meet with all of my patients twice a month, and we take care of the particular questions like
right.
remedies,
So
microcurrent. This is just an open forum. You have a
I'm
question
sorry.
about,
I get all these meetings mixed up.
yeah, well, so do I.
You got so many meetings.
I
I'll
got
have
so
to
many
read.
meetings, but this is
So
this is
when's the
for
next meeting for your patients?
that's going to be July the 3rd.
Okay. Well, I'll hold on
And
to all
Chris will
my
tell you,
thoughts
and
until then.
you'll be getting an invitation. And for all of you, when you do become a patient of mine, even if you do a homeopathic consult, you're kind of part of our family, a different family. And I have a special meeting for people that I am actively treating. And we meet twice a month. And also you meet with Chris every week. So just to let you know.
Yeah, I'll get a hold of Chris this week and um
All right.
I'll run it
Sounds
by
good.
her.
And then
All right.
July the 3rd. All right.
Sorry to invade the wrong meeting.
No, no, no problem at all.
And
It
everyone
happens
on
all
this everyone
it
on this
happens all
call that's listening to Dr. Kondrot, he is the number one best eye doctor in the entire world.
all right. Your check will be in the mail. Okay, I appreciate that. All right. We're going to
All right,
Germany
God
now.
bless.
We're going to Germany.
Yes,
Uh,
good
good morning.
afternoon.
Good
Ja,
morning.
guten Morgen in Germany.
Hast du gut geschlafen?
Yes, very well.
That's all I know in German.
Uh, I even didn't wake up. Usually I wake up once per night, but last night I didn't wake up. First of all, thank you very much for the email article about the Bates method. That
Oh
basically
yeah.
was my question when you got lost, was
Hmm.
lost your signal. Thank you very much. And I have meanwhile seen that we call it Heilpraktiker. It's kind of a natural path in Germany
Yep,
for
I'm
the
familiar because I
Heilpraktiker.
studied I studied with Peter Mandel for
Mhm.
maybe 5 years. He's a chiropractor. He does color therapy, acupuncture. He's brilliant. Farb punctor. That's what they say.
Akupunktur.
Farb punctor.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the one I was, he's doing basically homeopathy and classical TCM, and I was there for that aura procedure.
Mhm.
But he didn't do the surgery because my body said it's not necessary, and he prescribed me tablets. It's not homeopathy, but maybe you have heard of them. It's called Chien Li, Chien dash Li, and it's herbal combination from TCM, from the traditional Chinese medicine, and it's how should I say? It's a mixture, and it's also against or for clear vision, basically.
Oh,
Have
that's
you
good.
ever heard of them?
Well, there's a lot of good Chinese herbs
Mm-hmm.
that are designed to improve the vision. And in Chinese medicine, probably as you know, the eye is connected to the liver. And
Mm-hmm.
anything you do to strengthen the liver will help your eye. It's also
Mm-hmm.
interesting that the emotion connected with the
Mm.
liver is anger and frustration. So, a lot of times, visual problems, eye problems are related to those emotions. We have a lot of reasons for us living in our society to be angry and frustrated, and that is affecting our eyes. I think I lost you, but I'm going to
That's
go.
good.
I'm going to. I'm going to move on to Katrina.
Yeah.
Katrina, hello, Katrina.
Katrina.
Katrina Meehan, you're up next. You have to unmute.
Am I unmuted now?
Yep, you are.
Okay.
And where are you from,
First,
Katrina?
I'm in Las Vegas. So yeah, yes, I have two questions. Hopefully they're kind of short. I was recommended to use the Ocu Clear drops for to help with the cataracts, or
Yeah.
to
Mhm.
help keep them from um, uh, with the manifesting, I guess the word I'm looking for. So my question is, what if somebody already has cataracts or whatever? Will the OcuClear help reduce the cataracts and make them go away, or is it just keep it from getting worse?
No, it's one of the products I have found that actually reverses cataracts, and it's called Oclumed. When
Sorry, I
you,
must have said the wrong
yeah,
thing. Sorry.
whenever you develop a cataract, they have found that the aqueous humor, the fluid that surrounds the cataract or the lens, is reduced in glutathione and ascorbic acid. So it makes sense if we can increase the concentration of ascorbic acid and glutathione, that'll help uh, reverse the cataract. So those eye drops have ascorbic acid in them, and they also have glutathione.
Okay.
So it's a good product, and I have found that when you use that in conjunction with the microcurrent, you get a better effect. And the reason for that is microcurrent kind of acts as a carrier, and it
Okay.
helps bring that substance into the eye. So it's called Oclumed. But I think I lost you. I'm going to move on to Marianne Hall. Marianne, hi, welcome to Substack.
Hi, I'm here in Carefree, Arizona. I guess just a few miles up the road from where you used to be.
Yeah, I used to be in Cave Creek,
Cave
and I
Creek?
can
Yeah.
Cave Creek.
I thought you were in Scottsdale. Wow, so I'm like right
No,
on the
no,
edge.
my office used to be when I had a physical office. I used to be in Cave Creek,
Okay.
and right near Harold's Saloon.
Well, I'm like maybe less than a mile from there. I'm like by this four-way stop at Tom Darlington and Cave Creek Road. I'm just east of
Yeah,
there.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's a beautiful, beautiful area. I miss that area. I used to live on Tumbleweed.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure where that
Tumbleweed.
is, but right by Harold's
Yeah,
somewhere.
Tumbleweed takes you to um, what's the main interstate that goes north to Sedona?
Oh, 17.
Yeah,
Okay.
Tumbleweed connects. Um, it goes through. Uh, yeah, from Carefree connects you to
Highway.
Interstate 17. Yeah.
Yeah, Carefree Highway. Yeah, yeah. Cool. So I came on a couple of months ago and I haven't been able to make it back since, but I'd really like to work with you, maybe get information on how to sign up for the homeopathic consult and find out how to move forward with you. I had told you last time that I have vitreomacular traction and it had a B1 hole in this eye. And since then, I've been going to a vitreoretinal specialist every 6 weeks to get OCTs done. And it has reversed. I jumped on everything I could learn, including what I learned on your website. And I've been on like hyaluronic acid, NAC, upped my omega-3
Hmm.
intake and just doing all these things, meditating, raking my eyes, just like trying to like release attachments because that's basically what it is attaching onto the maculas. And it's progressed. It's this eye is now almost um better. I mean, like there's no hole anymore. It's settled back down into the little divot in the retina where it's supposed to be. It's not being pulled forward anymore. This eye started to pull forward and now it's going back. So I'm going in the right direction. And on June 2nd, the specialist said, um, whatever you're doing, it's good. And then when I
Oh,
tried to
great.
tell him what I was doing, then his mind slammed shut and he started lecturing me about I didn't do 14 years of medical school. So I'm like, okay, never mind. But um but so I'm on the right track, but I want to keep it there. And I also have
Well,
cataracts.
maybe maybe homeopathy will help. I love
That's what you said
homeopathy
last
because
time, and I want to pursue that. Yeah,
yeah. So the best way to do that is go to freeconsult.us, FREE consult.us, and you sign up for a time to talk to Chris to get you on the schedule.
perfect. I
And
will
at
do
the same time, make sure you send me your records because I'll be interested in looking at the OCTs. That's a picture. And for those of you that may not know what Mary Ann is talking about, as I don't want to use the word as we get older, as we mature,
it's true.
um, the jelly, the ice filled with jelly, sometimes it contracts and it pulls on the retina and you get a traction. So you're right on. It may be something you're not wanting to let go of because I think what happens in our physical body also happens in our emotional body.
Mhm.
So it's very interesting. And that's why I love homeopathy. Homeopathy looks at the emotional connection to any eye problem that you have.
Yeah, yeah.
And
So
once we understand that emotional connection and we give you the right homeopathic remedy, miracles happen.
that's what I want is a miracle.
And it happened to
I
me,
believe in miracles.
when I had my asthma, and I almost died twice, and taking all kind of harmful pharmaceutical medicines that caused the tremor, and you can't be a good eye surgeon with the tremor. One homeopathic remedy got rid of my asthma, and at the same time, it caused a mental and emotional shift in me. I became happier with myself. And that's what I like when people say, I don't know what you gave me, Dr. Kondrot, but I've never felt so good about myself.
Oh, that's amazing. Yeah.
So
Oh,
imagine what it'd be like instead of you always, dwelling on negative things and being unhappy with your life and yourself, just to be happy with yourself and your life.
yes, absolutely.
Good.
Okay.
I look forward to working with you.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Appreciate everything that you
Oh,
do.
thank you. Okay, we have Joyce Warren. You have to unmute, please.
Can you hear me?
Yep, I hear you.
Okay,
How are
thank you.
you? And where are you
Hi, I'm
from?
good. Hi, I'm Joyce, and I'm from Sacramento, California. And I joined I joined your Substack about a couple of months ago because I liked your
Good.
foundation that you and your wife do. but I did go to the eye doctor the day before yesterday, and to my surprise, I was diagnosed with the retinal flamed hemorrhage near optic nerve on my head. Now, I did call Chris. I left a message in your office yesterday because I do plan to work with you, and I'm still waiting for a phone call back. And I am asking my doctors for my last 2 eye appointments to get all my images, which I got last night. I just got to learn how to forward them to you, but I'll figure that out with a friend of mine. But I'm a little nervous because one eye was 20, the other eye was 17. She suspects that I have glaucoma, even though I'm not, my pressure is low, is normal, but on the high side. When I hear the word hemorrhage, I'm a little bit nervous. How serious is that?
Well, it sounds like you have a very tiny hemorrhage. It's a flame-shaped hemorrhage, and
Yes, yes.
anytime that happens, it's a warning sign that you have to
Mm,
address. And it could be early glaucoma. Your
okay.
pressures 20 and 17 really aren't high.
Oh,
And, you know,
okay.
glaucoma is more than pressure. It's how the pressure affects the optic nerve. So, you know,
Mm,
my goal would be to review your eye records
okay.
and find out
Yeah.
what's going on, and then look at what we can do to strengthen your body to help, the underlying cause.
Okay,
Treat that.
so I wanted to talk to you about that, doctor. I am a patient of Dr. Linda Isaacs. I don't know if you know who she is.
Linda
Um,
Isaac. No, it doesn't ring a bell. Is she an alternative doctor or?
yeah, she used to work with Dr. Nicholas Gonzalez before he passed away. And I go there for well-being. But anyway, I do take a lot of vitamins and minerals and glandulars, so I'm on all of that now. But I'll be honest, I have not been really disciplined on the program, but I will now. Um, but I was going to ask you, and I'm a patient of Dr. Robert Rowan's because he's an hour
Okay,
and a half.
yeah,
Yeah,
I
he's an
know him
hour and a
very
half
well.
away.
He's a friend of
Yeah.
mine.
Oh, okay. He's an hour and a half away from me. I plan to go to his
In
office in
fact,
about a
believe
week
it
or
or
two.
not, Robert and I are going hiking this weekend.
In Sebastopol
No, no, we're
or
doing up near Clear Lake.
oh, Lake County. Okay. Yeah, that's a nice area. That's where my dad used to live. Um, okay. So I will be a patient of yours, but I'm hope the doctor is sending me out I'm working with my primary to go to get to an ophthalmologist. Do I continue going that route even though I plan to work with you?
Well, it's important that I wear two hats. I'm a board
Okay.
certified ophthalmologist and I love homeopathy and alternative medicine. So I want what's best for you, whether it is traditional or alternative. So it is important that you're still monitored by an ophthalmologist. And then I can review the records and say, I agree with this treatment. Unfortunately, most ophthalmologists, they just jump right into surgery. And I used to be that way.
Mm,
And right now I feel that the first step you should take is try to understand what the underlying problem is,
yes.
address that, try to heal the
Right.
body, not just take care of one little problem.
Okay.
So it sounds to
I'm
me like you will be a
mhm.
good candidate because this is like an early sign, this small
Okay.
flame-shaped hemorrhage. And once we understand what happened, then we can work on getting you healthier.
Okay. So I would like to try to avoid surgery and the drops if at all possible, because like I
Mhm.
said, I do work with Dr. Robert Rowan. I haven't seen him for a while, but I go to his office often to do to fill up my tank for ozone. And
Mhm.
that's funny, you're going to be up here in Northern California here pretty quick. But uh, so do I continue seeing do I go
Oh
to the
yeah, we
ophthalmologist?
can work together.
Okay, so I'll continue doing that. And then if he prescribes me drops, I'm trying to avoid that, to be honest with you.
Well, we'll have to talk about that. I can't, really
Okay,
advise you right now, but my goal would be to try to avoid eye drops for you.
exactly. So I'm going to go to see the ophthalmologist. My primary doesn't seem to, I see the primary on Tuesday. I got to get a referral. And then after I see the ophthalmologist, um, I'm hoping that I could have an appointment with
Yeah,
you
you can send me
soon.
the records once I get the records, and then we can schedule an appointment.
Okay, perfect. And I was going to ask you, can I put ozone saline solution? You know how the ozonated
Yeah,
solution that,
yeah. I don't
because
think it's not really a treatment for glaucoma or
okay,
pressure or a nerve fiber layer hemorrhage, but it is something that can help relax the eyes and soothe the eyes.
because when I did it last night, it burned really bad.
No, you may not be making it the right way. It may be too concentrated.
Oh, it may be too, okay, it could be too concentrated because I use, okay. So maybe I'll just take down the gamma a little bit. All right.
Yeah, I usually like to make the ozone saline drops for, um, for dry eyes and irritation. I like to use an ambient generator, not an ozone machine. So
Okay.
if you have a machine with an oxygen tank, the concentration of ozone may be too high. You
Oh,
could
I
buy,
agree with you. I agree with you. That's why I'm using the A2Z ozone. I'm
yeah,
doing the ambient.
that's the one I recommend.
Okay,
And
that's the
those
one
of
I'm
you
using.
listening, you can go to A2Z Ozone, and they have a really nice little portable machine. I think it's around $70, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah, it's very doable. Yeah,
And you
so
plug
maybe
it
and
in. It's like a little aquarium bubbler, and you bubble ozone into the saline, make your own eye drops, and it's wonderful.
okay. So you think it's a chance that doctor might be recommending surgery? I was hoping not, but I'll find
I
out when
don't
I
think
get there.
at this point, but we'll talk
Okay.
about it. I doubt
Okay,
if we
we'll
can
talk.
recommend surgery.
Okay. So I do the A2 ozone 20 minutes. So and it burns like heck, but you think it
Yeah,
maybe
I'd cut it down to 10 minutes. You may be a little bit too high.
got it. Okay, I'll do it down to 10 minutes because it was burning. I hope to meet you soon. I left a message with your office yesterday. So,
Okay,
and
great. And I'll
great.
talk to Dr. Rowan that I spoke to you.
Oh, he'll know me. He'll know me. I mean, I
Uh,
was there a few, yeah. Yeah, I was there
that
for,
could be it could be that you're a troublemaker. So
well, I was there for a diagnosis that I don't, he's never worked on this type of diagnosis before. And I'll just put it in short. He gave back my life. I owe that man. He
no,
gave me
he's
back my
brilliant.
life.
He's
Oh,
brilliant.
he's gifted, amazing. I love him. I love
Mhm,
him. So I go
mhm.
there to fill up my oxygen tank, but thank you for the work
Okay,
that you do.
okay, pleasure. All
Oh,
right,
one
let's
more
move
question.
on.
Well, the chiropractic treatment, do you think that caused the hemorrhage in my eye?
Um, that's hard to say. It's a possibility. But let me review your records, and we
Okay,
can talk
I'll
in
do
more
that.
detail.
Okay,
Okay.
thank you.
Okay, we got GM. Are
Yeah,
you there,
hi,
GM?
Dr. Kondrot. This is George,
How are you?
and
And where are
I'm
you
good.
from?
I'm from Athens, Georgia, and it's always good to talk to you. Always good to see you.
Oh,
Uh,
thank you. I like your background. It's like you're
yeah,
in outer space.
I don't remember how y on this Zoom meetings you can change your background. I've only got a couple backgrounds, and I chose this one instead of looking at a sofa all the time.
Hmm. Yeah, it's
But
very classy.
it was something different.
Hmm.
The quick question. I know it's been a couple of months already. I've sent the ophthalmologist records to your office, and I'm just wondering how long before a callback from your assistant.
Um, Boy, the best thing to do is to go to freeconsult.us.
Okay.
And this way you actually schedule a time with my assistant.
Okay.
So it's freeconsult.us.
Will do. Will
And
do.
then you go to a scheduler, you schedule a time, and then that's way. Because the problem is, nowadays everything's automated. You call up any business and you get an automated answer.
It,
Press
it,
one
it
for
is,
this,
and
two for
it's
that. And it's
kind
like
of
almost impossible to talk to a live person.
it
And I
is.
hear this from Chris all the time. Um, she'll return the call and then she'll get an answering machine or there's no answer. And you pay
Okay.
phone tax. So
I
the
don't think
best,
I missed a call from her, but I'm guessing it's been a couple of months since I sent the records in for review.
well, maybe she hasn't received the records.
Hmm.
Here's the
Don't
other
say
problem.
that.
No, listen, a lot of times you ask the eye doctor to send records and they go, okay, we'll do it. and it's
That's
never done.
possible. Well, I sent these in myself, but
Okay, well, if you send them in yourself,
the other quick
then
question was,
yeah, we probably got it.
okay. The other quick question was, how much is your paid consultation?
Well, a lot of people start with a homeopathic consult, and that is a review of your records, an interview, personal interview with you, and also one follow-up, and that's $500.
Okay. And I'd send it to the same address as I sent to Chris, the report?
Yes.
Okay.
And also, many people who do the homeopathic consult then later on will join my program, and that's what I encourage people to do.
Yeah, I keep hearing several people talk about your program, and I'm wondering about that, what that's all about.
Well, the program is a little bit more comprehensive. It includes a microcurrent device customized for you and your eye problem. It includes light therapy, the homeopathic remedy, and as I mentioned, the meetings with me twice a month, meeting with Chris every week. So it's a little bit more comprehensive, and that program I believe is about $5,000.
Okay.
And the big ticket item in that program is the microcurrent machine, which is about 3,000. But
Okay.
if you have a homeopathic consult and you pay 500, then we credit that. If you decide you want to do the program, then we credit that $500 towards the cost of the program.
That larger program, can it be broken up into payments?
You'd have to talk to Chris, but I
Okay.
don't think so because the big ticket item is the microcurrent machine.
Right, right.
The
Will
first step
do.
I would recommend would be the homeopathic consult.
Okay. Yeah, I will do that definitely. It's after so many years of macular degeneration, it's high time. They the doctors can't do anything.
Well, that's the area that I have a big interest in treating macular degeneration. And I think if you haven't read my book, 10 Essentials to Save Your Sight, please do. It's a free download. And essentially, there's 10 steps to reverse any eye problem. And
Hmm.
you can
Okay.
get the free download by going to my website, healingtheeye.com, all one word, healingtheeye.com, and you'll see a little box to click for the download.
I'm going to do that, and I'm going to read it. And yeah, at my age, all I have is reading now. I will do that.
Well, that may be the problem here. What do you mean at your age, all you do is read? You got to
Well,
develop a
I don't have a
hobby.
social life.
Well, you got to
Um,
get one. Good looking
other
guy
than
like you got the,
yeah, but living in a city now by not by choice, but I grew up in a city and kind of lived in an Amish country for a couple of years and moved all around and ended up in the city again. Great landlord, but I just don't want to be in a city at retired age, and
where
I
you,
don't have any
where
friends
are
to
you
go
living?
hiking
Where are
or
you
walking.
living?
But
Where are you living?
in Athens, Georgia, actually in the city, it's a nice
Mhm.
town, but I'd rather be in the country.
Yeah, but you got a lot of nice country areas in Georgia, beautiful state.
Well, it is. There are. I just don't have anybody to go with, and just kind of get
Hmm.
bored by it.
Hmm. All right, well, we got to move on here, but I look forward to working with you. Okay,
Thank you, sir.
Allison. Allison, how are you?
Hi, thanks, Dr. Kondrot. It's great to see you, and thank you for all that you do. I'm in
Thanks.
Dover, New Hampshire. Can you hear me?
Well, yeah, you kind of broke up for a second there.
Oh, sorry about that. Um, I'm in Dover, New Hampshire, and I have some symptoms in my eyes that I'm concerned about. I've been taking Aquamed and vitamins. I have macular degeneration. Um, so far, my floaters have diminished, and when, like in the middle of the night, if I get up to do something and turn the light on just a little bit and then turn it off, I'll see some like flashing. very mild, but it's there and it's like in a checkerboard pattern. And that's symptom number one. And then the second one is sometimes I'll go out walking and the sky is bright, sunlight, and then suddenly my visual field will seem to dim or become different, and I feel lightheaded. And almost like my one eye is seeing different than the other eye. I'm not really sure what's going on.
Well, one thing is, I really can't diagnose
Mm-hmm.
on the call.
Yeah.
And, what I would suggest is you send a copy. You do need to be evaluated, by an ophthalmologist or an eye doctor. And
Okay.
then I'd be happy to review your records and make suggestions. And when I do a record review, there's no charge for that.
Okay.
I review the records and then I'll give the information to Chris and she'll relay it back to you. But
Like
I would encourage you, to maybe do a homeopathic consult with me, and then it could be more one-on-one, and we can evaluate these symptoms.
I'd like that. And my plan is to see my local doctor first to get an updated eye exam and then send that to you and become a
Right.
homeopathic patient.
Because homeopathy, we like these strange symptoms. The typical eye doctor you go to, he doesn't want to hear about the dimness here and the changes. They just want to get you out of the office. Here, take this drop and go home. But
Uh-huh.
in homeopathy, we love the strange symptoms because in homeopathy, we believe that the body has a wisdom and the body expresses itself through symptoms. So, if your index finger aches at 3 o'clock in the morning, there's a reason for that. And in homeopathy, we look at these symptoms and then we select a homeopathic remedy that resonates with your body. And all of a sudden, many of your odd symptoms disappear.
Okay. Well, thank you very much.
Okay, well, I'll look forward to getting your records and working with you.
Thank you. Looking forward to it.
All right. Okay, we got Jolie Nevison. Hello, Jolie.
Hi there.
And where are you from?
Hi, I'm in mid-state California, San Luis Obispo area. Middle of the state of California.
And how's your summer so far?
Cold. Too cold. Yeah. I'm looking at going to a eye doctor here to get a full comprehensive exam to provide to you. And she does some things that I wanted to ask if you thought there was any value to. One is IPL, inten intense pulse light.
And that's going to be treating for dry eyes, or what is it treating?
Yeah, yeah. It's under the dry eye. Yeah.
So that's your main symptom or main
No,
problem?
yeah, dry eye and then light sensitivity. I recently got, I usually use RO to kind of just wash off my eyes, reverse osmosis water. But my daughter had cooked a hot dog in it. So the water had like hot dog water. And ever since then, I've had dry eye. I've had extreme light sensitivity. It feels like the nerves in my muscles are inflamed.
Yeah, probably from some toxins from the hot dog.
Yeah.
The dry eyes are a big problem. And that's why I love, you ought to consider the ozone eye drops. That can be a
Okay.
godsend for a lot of people with dry eyes and symptoms like you have. You can
Okay.
go to YouTube, search my name, Kondrot ozone eye drops. I have a YouTube on how to make the ozone eye drops. Unfortunately, you can't buy the ozone eye drops. You have to make them yourself.
Yeah, I feel like I still could have toxins because there's kind of blurred vision.
Hmm.
Um, but as far as going to her, is there any value to the IPL or the low level light therapy, which is
Well, I
LL?
wouldn't I wouldn't jump to that treatment right now. That I don't think it's really indicated, to be honest with you.
Okay.
A lot of these treatments are gimmicks and money makers.
That's what I wanted to know.
Yeah. In fact, there's a whole cottage industry now on treating dry eyes and all these fancy devices. And
Yes.
I'm old school. I think we got to start with nutrition, look at the underlying problem, strengthen your body.
Yes.
Now, I'm not saying that it doesn't help in some cases, but I've treated probably thousands of people with dry eyes, and I've never used that treatment before. And I've
Okay.
had good success with ozone eye drops, homeopathy, microcurrent. I think it's a little bit more natural and, you know, more
Yeah.
soothing to the body.
So she does, there's also things like LipiFlow, ProCara, Mibo eye massage.
Yeah, it sounds like she's getting involved in the whole cottage industry of all these gimmicks.
Okay, that's what I wanted to know.
Yeah. And then when you see them advertised as a dry eye center, then you know that that's their business, having all these gimmicks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Now, last time I spoke with you, I mentioned that my left eye in the middle of the night, or if I'm meditating, it doesn't want to open right away. It takes a long time to open. Would that be a nerve or a muscle on with the lid?
Well, that's why I think you need a good eye evaluation. It could be part of the whole problem with the dry eyes. Maybe the eye's going into spasm. So
Okay.
we'd have to look at all that. But remember, a lot of times a complex problem has a simple solution.
Okay.
And you're telling me all these symptoms that you have, and that's my ears perk up because that indicates that you're probably a good patient for homeopathy.
Yes, and I use a lot of homeopathy.
Yeah, and homeopathy can work miracles.
In fact, when this hot dog thing, water thing just happened, I worked with a homeopath and he has me on Silica 1M and I'm still taking it.
And who's the homeopath?
Uh, you know that guy who he's up in Berkeley. You probably know who I mean. Guy up in Berkeley. Well known.
Roger Morrison?
No.
'Cause
Dana
that's
Ullman.
where I did. That's where I did my homeopathic. I did my Dana Ullman.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I know Dana Ullman.
I figured you'd know. Yeah.
Oh no, he's a big resource center for homeopathic education.
Yeah. I tried to get a session with you, but I didn't have a comprehensive exam, so I had to
I was going to say, you better.
Yeah,
go to
that's
Dana.
important that we
It
I
was
do look at
sleeping
your
when I was
records.
very loud.
Oh, somebody better turn their camera or mute.
Put his coat on, Dennis.
We got some
You've
background
got to
noise.
learn to put his coat on. Jacob agrees with me.
All right, I muted. Okay.
Oh, thank you.
Anyway. Okay, well, I look forward to getting a copy of your records and we can work together, okay?
Thank you.
All right. Uh, Kanta. Kanta. Hello. Kanta, you have to unmute. Okay, you're good. Okay.
Great. You know, there's something wrong with the Zoom for me today. I can't see anything. And so that's why you can't see me. I have no idea why, but that's what's going on. So
No, I see you.
Oh, you do? I can't.
You're walking. No, you're walking around the room. Be careful. Don't trip.
You're very kind. You're so cute. Anyway, I don't know. I can't see you guys, and I'm sorry because I always enjoy seeing everybody. But anyway,
Just be careful there. We're looking at your bra, so.
Oh my gosh. No, I think I'm okay. That's not okay. But anyway,
this is a family Zoom call. So
yeah, but I'm not in a bra. That's not my top. It's like 110 here or something. So anyway, all right. So I'm choosing to ask you, I cannot locate. You gave me the name of a local homeopathist that you know, and I'm sorry I can't find that name.
No, where are you from?
Tennessee, Nashville. No, I'm outside of Nashville. We have a farm, but that's where I'm located. Yeah.
Okay. You want to know the good homeopath in Tennessee?
Yeah.
Her name is Sarah Jang.
Okay, so I'm sorry I can't hear the last name. What is it?
Jang, Jang.
Okay, Jan. Oh, got it. Okay.
In fact, we have a study group. Every Sunday, there's about 5 eye doctors that get together and we discuss problem eye cases and how homeopathy can help. So we've been meeting every Sunday for years, and she's part of the group. She's brilliant.
Well, I'm just delighted. That is just wonderful. I also choose for you to spell. I'm sorry. I keep hearing about. I think it's Aquamed. Can you spell that so I can write it down?
Oclumed. OCLUMED.
Okay. OCLUM. I'm sorry.
MED. Oclumed.
Oclumed.
It's an eye drop. It's actually a vitamin nutritional eye drop. It's not homeopathy. And it's probably the only product I have found that helps to reverse cataracts.
That's interesting. But is it good just for your eyes? I already had cataract surgery. My eyes.
No, I wouldn't use it. I wouldn't use it for your eyes if you've had cataract surgery. What I would use would be the ozone eye drops. If you want something that's natural, that helps heal the eye, helps refresh the eye, is ozone eye drops.
All right.
But unfortunately, you have to make your own ozone eye drops, but that's not that complicated. You buy a little ozone generator. It's like an aquarium bubbler. You plug it in, you bubble ozone into saline, you put it in a glass container and put it in your eye. It's wonderful.
And that's good? My husband has dry eyes, so that would be good for him, I bet.
That's the #1 treatment that I recommend for dry eyes.
That's fantastic. I'm going to write.
Now, here's why I recommend that. See, the ozone helps regenerate the eye, and also many people who have dry eyes also have inflammation of their eyelashes called blepharitis. And ozone is bacterial and virucidal. It kills bacteria and viruses. So it helps clean up the eyelashes to prevent the growth of bacteria, which then also helps the dry eye symptoms. It can be great, wonderful.
That's wonderful. I'm going to go a little bit out on, I don't want to freak you out. I like you very much. Do you know about Dr. Edward Group by any chance? I mean, he's a very, very special man, and he's even been involved with the whole Maha.
No. Group. Okay.
Yeah, he has
Where's he located, in Tennessee?
He's in Texas, and he has globalhealing.com, which
I haven't heard his name.
Yeah, he's really I will say, honestly, I've been with him for years. He has the purest supplements of anyone I know. The guy has got OCDC or whatever it's called when it comes to purity, because he even uses glass bats. I mean, all raw material. I mean, he's just out there. But
that's important because so many of our vitamins are contaminated.
They are.
And I'll tell you what, the more I do research with vitamins, the more I feel that if God wanted us to take vitamins, he would grow them on trees. I think the true key to health is getting the vitamins and nutrients in natural, healthy food.
Yeah, but I agree with you, and we do eat raw, organic. We're vegan, blah, blah. But the point is, the soil has been so depleted. We do have our own garden, and I think it helps. But the soil generally is so depleted now that the organic things you're buying in any place, even Whole Foods or wherever, they're just not the same as they were before.
No, I agree.
So that's the issue for supplements, to be honest. But what I was going to ask you, it might shock you a bit, but have you ever heard of urine therapy?
Yes, I have.
Okay, and I'm wondering if you have any response to that for the eye.
I'm not really a big advocate of it. I know the theory behind it, but I'm not I'm a classical homeopathic doctor, and classical homeopathy has been utilized for over 300 years. And,
I understand.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, we got to move on.
Okay, one other question about vitamin. I think it's called.
No, we got to move on because we got other people who have questions.
Okay, fine.
So please, if you do get on, one question.
Okay, sure.
Don't monopolize. We've got a lot of other people that
go
have
for
their
it.
hands up. All right.
Thank you.
All right, back to Germany, Karen.
Yes. Hi. You were talking a lot about dry eyes, and I just remembered in a webinar I heard that very heavy yawning, you really open your mouth and you yawn, and then the eyes get basically wet, that would help naturally against dry eyes. What do you think of it?
Definitely. See, you want to stimulate the parasympathetic system. And
Mm.
yawning is one way of doing it. And there's another way that's even more fun is humming. If you hum, mm, hum, that stimulates the parasympathetic system and help increase your tear flow.
Oh, okay. So it's
Humming.
about increasing the tear flow.
Yeah, the parasympathetic, which will help eliminate the dry eye symptoms. So all those things.
Mm-hmm.
And that's one thing I do with my light therapy is we want to balance the autonomic nervous system. And, I think that many people are in balance. They're in the sympathetic state. It's the fight or flight. When
Mm-hmm.
you have anxiety, worry, stress, you're in the sympathetic state. When you're in the sympathetic state, your body will not heal
Mm-hmm.
because certain physiological things take place. Your body is in a defensive mode, survival. It's not worried about digestion and healing. You have to get into the parasympathetic state. So that's why meditation, prayer, deep breathing, all these things shift your body more towards the parasympathetic state. Humming can do that. Meditation, chanting, all these things.
Okay, could you please hum one more time? Is it or open mouth or how do
No,
I do it?
hum.
Mm,
Yeah, you got it.
okay, thank you.
You can hum with your mouth open, but that's more singing. But singing also stimulates the parasympathetic.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
Singing, you're humming. So, people that hum are usually happy. Bum, bum,
okay,
bum, 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 or sing. They're happy people. When you're depressed, you usually don't sing, right?
yes. Okay, thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Wendy, hi, how are you?
I'm good today. Thank you very much.
And
So
where are
thank you
you?
for, I am in Savannah, Georgia.
Wonderful.
It is.
We
No,
got a
it's too
couple
hot, but
people from Georgia.
oh, hello, Georgians. All right. So my question is from last week when we spoke, you told me to go ahead and get the ozone and do the bubbling, um, whatever we call it. So I went to look for, couldn't find it online. I went to look for 0.9 preservative free, not sterile, not normal, and I couldn't find a bottle big enough. So I went to our local pharmacies and they said they only would prescribe it in small tubes like this. I don't know if you can see this.
Yeah, that's
So
crazy.
I know. So I have these because I nebulize with these. So I also have now ozone infused glycerin. So I use that for nebulizing. So the idea of getting a whole bunch of these into a large jar to ozonate is crazy to me. Do you know where I can find a larger jar of preservative-free 0.9 saline?
Well, usually a medical supply house will sell it. So you
Okay,
don't want
so
to go to a pharmacist, you want to go to a medical supply house, or you can contact our office. I think Chris has uh, information on that. Because typically for our patients, what we do is we sell a bag. When you get an IV,
yes, I saw those online, but they didn't
0.9
say,
sodium chloride. That's the best thing to use. You buy one bag and it'll last you for a year.
okay. So they offer those bags on Amazon and they said normal or sterile. And I said, no, he said preservative free. I have preservative free dry eye stuff. I make sure you get that. So you say, come to your office, ask Chris, and she'll tell me where to go. And or look at my
Well, I would
local
look, I would
medical.
look, you want to go to a medical supply.
Okay. And
That
what
would
if
be
they say to
good.
me I need a script? Same thing, go get a script from my doctor?
Yeah, you want to get a script from your doctor, or if you're a patient of mine, I could give you a script.
Well, I'm
I
not
can't.
quite there yet.
Yeah, I can't write a script out for people that aren't a patient. Otherwise, I could lose my license.
I understand that. So I
You
saw
have
the
to
eye
sign. You have
doctor.
to sign the documents, and all this stuff. And
I saw the eye doctor yesterday and I went to see get glasses. And the lady said, I can't give you anything because your script is a year old. So you need to see the doctor to get a new one. So I said, okay, fine. I said, I'm really just asking you because I want to send this package on to Dr. Kondrot. So who's he? I said, he's another homeopathic ophthalmologist and I want to spend time with him. She said, whatever. You still need to come in. So I have a package ready for you from 24, 22, my last time I saw the doctor. Do you want me to wait until after June 30th to get the most recent one?
Yeah, getting the most recent records would be the most beneficial. I want to know, what's going on with your eyes right now, not a year ago, or yeah.
Because 2 years ago, they did this huge, wonderful, many, many tests.
No, the records are not acceptable 2 years ago. They have to be within a 6-month period.
Okay, so then we're going to have to wait to get together.
Yeah.
So I asked her, she's the one who makes the glasses. I already have some glasses from before. They've changed those scripts out for me. I realized that I really want a computer glass, up close reading, more than I actually want to drive with my glasses. Since I've been doing physical exercise with my eyes, my distance driving, the double vision is getting much better. And she said she could do that. And she said, do you want bifocals? And I said, no, I actually want just for the computer, just for reading. Can you give me? And she said, I would not get over the counter magnifiers for you because you have so many things going on with your eyes. So she said, come back in after you see the doctor and I will give you those glasses. So I will be getting them. And then you and I are going to visit because I absolutely affirm with you, there's something between my brain and my eye that homeopathics is going to help.
Good.
So,
okay, well, I look forward to getting those records. Okay, we got one more question here, and I have to leave here.
me too.
Beth, how are you? You have to unmute. Beth? You have to unmute.
Sorry
Okay.
about that. Okay.
How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
And where are you from?
I'm in Utah. So I talked to you, I think a month and a half ago about my vision, that it's really blurry, really got blurry in the last year and a half, and you recommended The Art of Seeing, Aldous Huxley. So I read that. And then
What'd you think of the book?
Excellent. Excellent book. I really liked it. And
for those of you that may not know the book, it's Huxley, a famous science fiction writer, philosopher. He had horrible vision most of his life and no one could help him. And then he came across the work of Dr. William Bates, started doing the Bates therapy and had a dramatic improvement of his vision. And he wrote the book called The Art of Seeing. And that actually convinced me that Dr. Bates was brilliant. And it's a nice introduction to Dr. Bates's work with relaxing, reducing stress in the eyes and help improving vision. So I'm glad you liked the book.
Yeah. So my question is this, I think my guess is that the blurry vision stems from, I got a new Apple laptop about 2 years ago that has one of those really high, lots of mini LED lights designed for designers and photographers to really get their pictures perfect. And I think what it's doing is stressing the eyes that they're not able to. And then there's the flicker factor where it flickers so fast that the conscious physical eye and brain, you can't tell, but the subconscious can tell. So a lot of people get fatigue, nausea, migraines from using these laptops.
No, I agree. That's where homeopathy can come in, helping strengthen your body so you're not as susceptible to a lot of these abnormal flickers and light frequencies.
So what homeopathy do you recommend?
Well, that's a good question, but in homeopathy, we don't have like one solution. There isn't like one homeopathic remedy for problems with flickering light. We treat the person. So if I treat, people that are having symptoms like you are, if I treat 100 people, each one may need a different homeopathic remedy because everybody reacts a little bit differently. That makes homeopathy more interesting, but it also makes it more difficult. traditional medicine has the medicine du jour. You have high blood pressure, everybody gets the same thing. You know, if you have heart problems, everybody gets the same medicine. Homeopathy, we treat the person who has those symptoms. And that's why it requires a little bit more detail, trying to find out more about you, how this is affecting you, and then we select a specific homeopathic remedy.
Okay, so that would be just scheduling one of those one-time visits with you.
Yep, I'd want to see your records. That's important. And then contact the office. Best way is go to freeconsult.us, schedule a time. And, you know, you're able to talk to Chris and she'll get you set up.
Okay.
All right.
Thank
Anyway, I have to run. And I want to thank all of you for joining the meeting and also for subscribing to Substack. It's a big help for my wife and I with all our mission work. And we'll be meeting again in a couple of weeks, okay?
Thank
So
you. And
everybody have a good summer.
hey, gang, I want to ask why we all met the other Saturday. Why weren't you there, Dr. Kondrot, but the whole group is there? What was that?
I don't want to go there, but I just didn't have any internet. The internet went down.
It was a wonderful meetup. I just
Okay,
want to thank everybody.
bye.